Alright, today's book's gonna be a little challenging. We got the Say Can You Say with tongue twisters, and we're gonna do it with deadlifts today. Say Can You Say by Dr. Seuss. Said a book reading parrot named Tui, the words in this book are all fooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and backflips, and your tongue may end up in St. Louis. Do you like fresh fish? It's just fine at Finney's Diner. Finney also has some fresher fish that's fresher and much finer. But his best fish is his freshest fish, and Finney says with pride, "The finest fish at Finney's is my freshest fish, French fried." So don't order the fresh fish or the fresher fish at Finney's. If you're wise, you'll say, "Fetch me the finest French fried freshest fish that Finney fries." We have a dinosaur named Din. Din is thin. Din does not have much skin, and the bones fell out of his left front shin. We had to call in Pinner Plin, who came in with his handy shin pin bin, and with a thin blend shin bone pin, blend pins Din's shin bone right back in. And with that, let's hit some deadlifts. Nice little warm up. Bread spreaders spread spreads on beds. Bread spreaders spread butter on breads. That bed spreader better watch out how he's spreading, or that bread spreader's sure gonna butter his breading. As he gobbled his cakes on his plate, the greedy ape said as he ate, "The greener green grapes are, the keener keen apes are. To gobble green grape cakes, they're great." Are you having trouble saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in the mirror and see what I say and just say what I see. You should leave your groks at home if you travel by air. If you take them along, they'll charge you double fare. And your groks must be packed and locked up in a groks box, which costs much, much more than a little old fox box. So it's lots cheaper to fly with your foxes than waste all that money on boxes for groxes. And which you think costs more, a simple thimble or a single shingle? A simple thimble could cost less than a single shingle would, I guess, so I think a single shingle should cost more than a simple thimble would. If you like to eat potato chips and chew on pork chops on clipper ships, I suggest you chew a few chips and a chop at Skipper Zip's Clipper Ship Chip Chop Shop. There are so many things you really should know. That's why I'm bothering to tell you so. You should know the first names of the Fuddnuddler brothers, who like to pile on the heads of each other's. We'll start at the top. There's Bipper and Bud, and Skipper and Jipper, and Jeffrey and Judd, Horatio, Horrence, Hendricks and Hud. Then come Dinwoodley, Dinty and Dud, Fitzsimmons and Frederick and Flood, and also Slinky, Stinky, Stewart and Stud. And down on the bottom is poor little Lud. But if Lud ever sneezes, his name will be Mud. Let's add some more weight. We have two ducks, one blue and one black. When our blue duck goes quack quack, our black duck quickly quack quacks back. The quacks the blue make her quite the quacker, but the black is a quicker quacker backer. And speaking of quacks, it reminds me of cracks. And stacks and shacks. And snacks. So can you say, I have cracks in my shack, I have smoke in my stack, and I think there's a snacks in the sack on my back. Upon an highland hard to reach, the east beast sits upon his beach. Upon the west beach sits the west beast. Each beast thinks he's the best beast. Which beast is best? Well, I first thought the east beast was the best and the west was the worst. Then I looked again from west to east, and I think I like the beast on the east the least. Pete Briggs pats pigs. Briggs pats pink pigs. Pigs pats big pigs. Don't ask me why, it doesn't really matter. Pete Briggs is a pink pig, big pig patter. Pete Briggs pats his pink pig, big pigs all day. Don't ask me why, I cannot say. Then Pete puts his patted pigs away in his Pete Briggs pink pig, big pig's pig pen. Fritz feeds Fred. Fred needs Fritz. Fritz feeds Fred, Ritzy Fred fruit. Fritz feeds Fred, Ritzy Fritz food. And Fritz, when fed, has often said, I'm a Fred fed Fritz. Fred's a Fritz Fred Fred. How about some more weight? How do you can't tell a clock from a Glocks? Well, the Glocks, you will notice, has lots of black spots. The Clocks is quite different, with lots of black dots. The big problem is the spots on the Glocks are about the same size as the dots on the clocks. So first you have to spot which one is the dots, and then it's easy to tell a Clocks from a Glocks. What would you rather be when you grow up? A cop in a cop's cap, or a cupcake cook in a cupcake cook's cap? Or a fat flapjack flapper in a flat flatjack flapper's cap? Or if you think you don't like cops' caps, flatjack flappers, or cupcake cook's caps, maybe you're one of those choosy chaps who likes kooky captain haps, perhaps. Well, Blim comes home tired from his work pinning shins. The happiest hour of old Blin's day begins. Mr. Blin is father to musical twins, who tuck twin instruments under twin shins and lull their daddy to sleep with twin Blin violins. And oh say, can you say, far away in Berlin, a musical urchin named Gershwin von Schwinn has a blue-footed, true-footed, trick-fingered, slick-fingered, sick-fingered, six-string, twin-shin mandolin. If you hope to wash soup off your rope, simply scrub it with scrope. Scrope is so strong that no rope is too long. But if you wish to wash soup off your hoop, I suggest it is best to let the whole silly souped-up hoop soak in soapy soup Cooper's super soap off hoops soak suds. And with that, let's add some more weight. Merry Christmas mush. One year we had brunch with Merry Christmas much to munch. I don't think you'd care for such. We didn't like to munch much. And speaking of Christmas, here are some great gifts for your daddy. If your daddy's name is Jim, and if Jim likes to swim, and if Jim is slim, the perfect gift for him is a set of Slim Jim swim fins. But if your daddy's name is Dwight, and he likes to look for birds at night, the gift for Dwight might be right, is a bright Dwight bird night sight light. But never give your daddy a walrus. A walrus with whiskers is not a good pet. And a walrus with whispers is even worse yet. When a walrus with whispers to rough, wet whiskers, your poor daddy's ears will get blisters and blisters. And that's almost enough of such stuff for one day. One more and you're finished, oh say can you say. The storm starts when the drops start dropping. The drops start dropping when the storm starts stopping. And with that, let's put some real weight on here.